I want to talk about the need to protect the public. I've been a lawyer for almost 40 years and a judge for the last 16 years, almost entirely in this county. And these crimes rank as the most heinous and dangerous that I have seen either here or anywhere else in the state of Wisconsin. The pre-sentence gives me a great deal of information about statements you made either in writing or orally. Some statements, as I understand it, were taken from your jail cell. No one else has mentioned them today, but I have to, because it makes a big difference in how I impose sentence. But I'm told through the pre-sentence investigation, I'm going to read from this. I started having bad thoughts all the time. Fantasies about keeping a young girl prisoner, torturing her, and totally controlling her. At first I fought them. I had no reason to live, and doing this was the only thing I wanted, but I was Christian. Fear of hell was the only thing that was stopping me. After a while, I stopped believing in God and I stopped fighting my fantasies. I thought about it every day. This was the summer of 2018. Now I was just waiting for an opportunity. I drove around a lot, just trying to get lucky and see a girl alone. After a while, I knew that it wouldn't work. I thought of how I could get away with kidnapping a girl. My biggest problem was always witnesses. I could control what I left behind as far as evidence, but not who saw me. That's when I thought of a home invasion kidnapping at night. I hadn't decided if I would kill the parents or just tie them up. It wasn't a moral problem. If I knew I killed them, it would get a lot more attention. But if I let them live there, if I left them live, there would be good witnesses. I finally decided it didn't matter how much attention it got. If I left no evidence or witnesses, it didn't matter if they sent 1,000 FBI agents if they had nothing to go on. Before I did this, I planned on taking multiple girls, killing multiple families. I wanted to treat them differently, play mind games with them. I also just wanted to scare people. I hated everyone, but no one in particular. Everyone I actually know I liked, but I hated society as a whole. I didn't care if I died. If I could get away with having the girl for a week, it was worth dying for. When I saw Jayme, I instantly thought she would be a good target. Actually, mostly it was she was the first girl I saw once I had those ideas in my head. Mr. Patterson, not only were you a danger to the Closs family, not only were you a danger to the Closs family, you are an extreme danger to the public in general. There is no doubt in my mind that you are one of the most dangerous men to ever walk on this planet. Consequently, regarding count 1, the court is imposing, regarding the first-degree intentional homicide of Jayme Closs, I sentence you to life imprisonment without the eligibility for release on extended supervision. I am granting 134 days of credit already served. On count 2, the first-degree intentional homicide of Denise Closs, I sentence you to life imprisonment without the eligibility for release on extended supervision, consecutive to count 2. And on count 1. And on count 3, on the kidnapping of Miss Closs, I sentence you to the maximum of 40 years in the Wisconsin state prisons with 25 years initial incarceration and 15 years of extended supervision consecutive to counts 1 and 2. I also further order the mandatory lifetime registration pursuant to section 301.45 and 939.615 of the Wisconsin statutes. I order the mandatory DNA sample and court costs. I designate Dodge Correctional as the reception center. Mr. Wright, is there anything you believe I've overlooked?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Glynn or Mr. Jones, anything you believe I've overlooked today?
We're going to admonish you as to
Right. Mr. Patterson, under Wisconsin law, because you're convicted of the felonies, you may not vote in this state, and you may not possess any firearms. I will give your lawyers written copies. They'll go through those with you down in the jail. Anything else? And then we'll send the appellate rights down too, so you can go through it with them. We'll give you those documents. All right, we're adjourned.